is in the way. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna share with you my Netflix suggestions and my personal favorites and series and stuff like that. I've put them into different categories, but this is what I think they go under, if you get what I'm saying. I have ranked them from a number from 1 to 10 of how good I thought they were. I can start with movies and the category comedy. I live in Norway, so if you are from another country, say you are from the US took away the series Friends, but in Norway we still have Friends, and there may be some movies and series that aren't in your country but it's in mine. So if you can't find it, that's maybe why. Anyway, we start with comedy. The first one is Identity Thief. There is this actress that I really like, and that's why I think it's so good, because she is such a good actress. So I give this movie 8 out of 10. And it's basically about this woman who steals a lot of people's identities. The next one is We're the Millers, and I gave this movie an 8 out of 10. It's a really, really good movie, but I think I have watched it too many times, and now I'm there are certain parts in the movie that I think are kind of boring, but that's my opinion. It's basically this drug dealer that has to get drugs from Mexico, and he has to gather a fake family to make it look like he's not actually doing something sketchy and not trying to be stopped. It's a lot of weird stuff going down in the movie, and it's really good, so go watch that movie. And the next one is called Blended. I gave this movie 9 out of 10 because it's a really good movie. Adam Sandler is in that movie. This movie is basically about this one family and this other family that doesn't like each other, and they end up going on the same vacation and have to be in the same room together. And it's kind of a romance and a comedy, and it's a really good movie, so go check that out. The next one is Murder Mystery with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. He does a lot of comedy. This I gave 10 out of 10. It's a really, really good movie. It's both action and it's so funny. I know it's about solving a murder of this man and these two, and they end up in this murder mystery. I recommend that movie. The next one is Isn't It Romantic? I gave this movie a 9 out of 10. It's really funny because it's this actress, I can't remember her name, but she is hilarious. She is so funny. Next one on comedy is Bouncy Hunter. I gave this movie 8 out of 10. This is both a romance and action and a comedy. Again, it's Jennifer Aniston. This man has to kind of catch his ex-wife because she has done something. I can't remember what. But then he has to kind of hunt her down, and it's so funny. Next category is romance. A Star is Born. I have watched this one time, so I can't really remember everything. I gave this an 8 out of 10. It's a really sad movie, basically about Lady Gaga. Not a real story, but it's about this character becoming a star. Then I have The Notebook. This is a classic. I gave this a 9 out of 10 because it's a long ass movie. It lasts for about 3 hours, I think. It's about the story of these two people falling in love and falling out of love, falling in love, and blah blah blah. Then I have Titanic. Is a classic movie. It's not really it is a romance and it's a drama. It's not a true story when it comes to the characters. That's not true. It's really sad. And then I have Twilight. This is a movie series. It's one of my favorites, and I gave this 10 out of 10. If you don't like supernatural stuff, don't watch it because it's about werewolves and vampires. But it's a really good movie and I love them. Then I have the movie Dear John. This movie I gave 9 out of 10. It's a really good movie. Dear John is basically about this couple getting together, or they are together for like 2 weeks, and then he has to get off to defend his country, and they write letters together. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's sad and romantic at the same time. Then I have this movie, Midnight Sun. I have this movie in two categories, that is both crime movies and romance. If you hear noises in the background, it's my dog. Midnight Sun is about this girl who is allergic to the sun. Can't go out in the sun, so she only goes out in the nighttime. She's been watching this guy go by her house every day for the past, I don't know, 10 years or so. They accidentally meet when she's out, and they get together, start dating and everything. But yeah, I gave this movie a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna talk about it because now I'll go over into crime movies. So it's a darn sad movie. I was crying for hours. I'm trying not to spoil anything. If you don't want any spoilers at all about this movie, then you can jump. You know how movies have plot twists and everything goes mostly okay in the end? This movie doesn't have a good ending. I was like waiting for something good to happen. Oh, this is gonna go great because every movie has to blah blah blah. But no. Anyway, next movie is Mamma Mia 2. I gave this a 10 out of 10. It's the backstory of the mom's life when she was younger. It's not really much to say, it's a musical. And then I have A Star is Born on the crime movies too, because that is a really sad movie too. And then I have this movie called Interstellar. Interstellar. That's the best I can do. I gave this 10 out of 10. It's a long movie, but it's so good. I don't really remember exactly what happens, but it's about this man going to space to find something or do something. I can't remember. The actors are so good. Then I have the movie Miracles from Heaven. I gave this a 10 out of 10. And Miracles from Heaven is kind of a religious movie. It's based on a true story. It's about this girl and this Christian family. It's about their daughter gets a disease and almost dies, and they have to go through a lot of doctors and appointments, and it's a lot about how the mom loses faith and how the girl got healed, even though it wasn't really possible. People I know that aren't really Christian or religious, they liked it, so. And then I go over to my favorite movies. The first one is Twilight. And then we have Hunger Games. That's also a movie series. I don't know how to talk about it. The world is parted into different groups, kind of, if I can say that. Every year they have this game they call the Hunger Games, and they have to pick 2 people from each group. I don't remember what it's called. They have to pick these 2 people to compete in the Hunger Games, and they basically just do this to get people killed, so they don't have to like take people and kill them. It's action, romance, and a lot of blood. And then I have Fast and Furious. Not all the Fast and Furious movies are on Netflix. I find that so weird when they have some movies, but they have like, I think they have the first movie, the 5th movie, and the 7th movie. And basically it's about cars and action and stuff. Then I have Brain on Fire, about this girl. She is a journalist, I think, and then suddenly her brain doesn't work, and I can't remember, but it's really interesting. And the actress is, what's her name? Chloe something M. Chloe something, I think. And then I have Pitch Perfect. There are 3 movies of Pitch Perfect. It's a comedy and about this a cappella group thingy singing a cappella. It's funny and kind of cool. Then I have my favorite series. The first one I have is called How I Met Your Mother. This is a very popular series, and it's this kind of series you don't have to watch it all the way through to get the gist. You can just jump into an episode. If you haven't watched it, it'll be difficult to kind of know the people in the series, but I do this all the time. I have watched it so many times all the way through, and I am at this point where I just jump into one random episode, because it has a story, but it's not like you have to watch it. If you know, it's a comedy and it's a drama and it's a romance and it's a good series. And then I have Friends. This is not in the US anymore, but this is also this kind of series where you can just jump into an episode without really having to watch everything, and I think this is my favorite. And then we have Modern Family. This is also one of those you can jump into a random episode. It's a comedy as well. I really like those where you can just jump into a random episode and watch it over and over and over and over. I love this. My mom tells me all the time, aren't you getting sick of this? Because I jump over from How I Met Your Mother, Modern Family, and Friends. And when I get sick of, for example, Friends, I go over to How I Met Your Mother. Then we have the series Sherlock Holmes. This is one of my favorites because I like mystery and riddles, and this is basically about this private detective. I think it's really incredible to watch, even though he's a fake character. It's really, I don't know how to describe it. If you're watching Sherlock Holmes, make sure you watch the British, not the American version, because the actor in this British one is amazing. The end of this, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the last episode is, I had to like pause it and take a break like 5 times because my brain was like, what is going on? Next one is 13 Reasons Why. I'm sure most people have heard about this or seen this. The first season is about this girl Hannah and her story of being bullied, and basically the people who have hurt her and telling them what they did. And basically the first season was it was okay, and the second season was okay. The third and the fourth season, I like murders and mysteries and who killed who and blah blah blah. That was really good. The third and the fourth was mind-blowing. 13 Reasons Why was first kind of a drama and kind of suicide awareness. And then it turned out to be more like a crime series, which I like. And then we have the season Jane the Virgin. It's a really funny series and it's really sad in some parts. This is kind of just a messed up series where this woman, she's a virgin, and I think she was just going to check something on her uterus or something. While she was getting checked out, this other woman, or they were trying to get her pregnant, but then there was a mix-up and Jane the Virgin, she got pregnant. She's a virgin, so people thought she was like, oh, she's the new mother of Jesus. She was the new Mary. It's a really funny series. I think it's like 3 or 4 seasons. And then we have Orange is the New Black. You can't watch this if you are not the kind of person who doesn't like to pay attention that much. You have to pay attention to know what's going on, to know the people, who has done who and who doesn't like who, and it's about this woman jail. The first season, I think, was a true story of this woman going to jail, but the rest of it is made up. It's a lot, but it's good. Then we have Selling Sunset. This is not a common known series, but is basically these women working in selling houses, and it's not made up. It's kind of just a camera crew following the people, and it's so much drama between these women. It's insane, and they are grown up women. They are women. I think the oldest one is like 40. The other ones are all the way from, I think, 25 and between there. And they fight so much, and it's so much drama, all the time. So if you like drama, watching people talking about each other, you can watch this. I think it's funny. That's why I like to watch it, and I love interior design, so I like seeing when they sell houses. And then we have the series Black Mirror. Most people know this series too, but it's one individual episode is about something messed up. And my boyfriend, we usually watch it together if we watch it, and he can't watch more than one episode a day. He gets so confused and he can't take it because it's so much. I can't really tell you what it's about, just so complicated. Go watch one episode and you'll get why I say it's complicated. And then the last one is How to Get Away with Murder. As I said, I like mysteries and murders, and this is basically about these students trying to cover up a murder. But it starts out as, I think they are going to school for being detectives or something like that, and the teacher basically tells them how you look at a crime scene and the suspects and stuff like that. It's really interesting, and then they actually have to get away with murder. But that was all my Netflix suggestions. I have a lot more movies, but this video is going to be so long. I hope you liked it. I hope you want to go watch some of these movies or series. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys later.